Imagine the place you grew up in, the place you called home your entire life. Where I grew up, I remember the uniform I had to wear to primary school each day, the never ending summers, and the impossibly humid and rainy seasons. I wasn't born in America. When I was 7, I moved to Dover from Jakarta. The flight spanned nearly 20 hours, and throughout the flight, the initial excitement and anticipation slowly morphed into dread and realization that I was moving to a new country all the way across the world. This meant leaving my home, my school, and my friends behind. My life was on the brink of change. I often wondered, what if I don't like it there? Or what will people think of me? Being stripped from the familiar comforts of routine and planted right in the face of uncertainty, I was left at a complete loss. Growing up, I often felt ashamed of my culture. I remember vividly the embarrassment of unpacking my lunch in front of my friends who peered into my lunchbox before exclaiming, "Ew, why does it look like that?" It felt like a dagger to my heart. It was my mom's cooking, rice and char siu. I loved it so much, so why couldn't others appreciate it too? We were kids. Nobody was intentionally trying to be mean, but I knew that. But my younger self desperately wanted to fit in, to be more American. I was ready to give up my culture to be what everyone considered normal. This meant shifting away from the Asian cuisine I loved to sandwiches, Lunchables, and Capri Suns. The lack of seasoning and flavor killed me. More than anything, I didn't want to be different. I wanted to be just like everybody else. But why should I? Why should I change myself just because of what everyone else wants me to be? Why should I care about others judging me on my own culture, the one I grew up with my entire life? It didn't make sense. I don't know what changed. It could have been that I matured as I grew older, but I eventually realized that, as cliche as it sounds, I was turning myself into someone I wasn't. I slowly realized that the same things I was ashamed of were also the things that made me unique. They shaped my identity and were a testament to my family and my heritage. If there's anything to be ashamed of, it would be the fact that I tried so desperately to bury and hide away that part of myself that makes me who I am, rather than simply embracing it. The problem lies in the fact that people of cultural minorities, especially young children, feel an invisible pressure to conform and assimilate into the cultural majority, whether because of their peers, environment, or the media. And it's not a struggle unique to me. In fact, I'm sure that there are others who experience the same thing I did on far more drastic levels. But it doesn't change the fact that it's an ongoing problem in the world. My experience wasn't revolutionary, but it did teach me something valuable. It taught me the importance of cultural awareness and acceptance, not just for the sake of others, but also myself. When we speak of cultural awareness, we think of the ability to see the world through the eyes of others, understand their perspectives, and recognize and respect the similarities and differences between cultures. Not only does it enrich our lives, it broadens our horizon, shaping us into more empathetic individuals. Acceptance comes after awareness, and it requires the active embrace of cultural diversity. Your heritage is a part of you cannot change, and shouldn't take for granted. In accepting our own culture, we honor our roots and gain newfound pride in what sets us apart from everybody else. With that being said, I want to establish inclusive environments where everybody feels valued and respected regardless of their cultural identity. Especially in schools, I would never wish for a child to view their heritage as something to be ashamed of. Rather, I want them to be proud of who they are. We are different yet similar, all the same. We should challenge our biases to build a world that is more understanding, more compassionate, and more united. Thank you.